The initial assessments have identified that nearly 70 residential properties and over 100 commercial buildings are potentially at risk from flooding of the River Calder and Clifton Beck. Last week, business owners hit out and feared that the devastating floods on Boxing Day 2015 could return if no action was taken, especially in the Clifton Beck area. The recent heavy rain saw high water levels recorded at the Beck. Calderdale Council has said this was in some part due to debris which had accumulated in the Beck, which council workers cleared as soon as it was reported. Initial investigations have now identified that scaffolding erected as part of a nearby development contributed to the debris. The council has said to prevent further blockages, the site is being inspected daily by council staff, and this work will continue as long as development works are on site. Any maintenance of the Beck will be carried out as required. To manage future risks in Brighouse, Calderdale Council and the Environment Agency are developing a Brighouse flood alleviation scheme. Calderdale Council's Cabinet Member for Regeneration and Economic Development, Count Barry Collins, said as part of our plans to reduce flood risk across the borough, it's really important that a flood alleviation scheme is being developed in Brighouse. This will identify the areas that are most at risk and look at the best way to prevent further flooding in these locations in future, for example, by installing or replacing flood defenses. While work on this scheme takes place, it's also vital that we deal with any current flooding problems. The recent spell of bad weather caused some issues at Clifton Beck, so we will continue to monitor this and other at-risk areas. One of the areas the flood alleviation scheme will focus on is the existing flood defenses in the town, and how these can be improved. The current flood defenses were constructed in the 1960s, and the council has said in some places their effectiveness has been reduced as areas along the river have been altered or redeveloped. The design of the scheme will review a number of ways to address this and strengthen the current defenses where necessary. This could potentially include the construction or replacement of flood defense walls and/or earth embankments along the River Calder and Clifton Beck and upstream storage at Wellham Park. Helen Batt, Calder Catchment Director for the Environment Agency, said we are working closely with Calderdale Council looking at all sources of flooding, including from surface water and the river, to provide a comprehensive flood alleviation scheme to help protect the people and businesses in Brighouse in the future.